Welcome to Super Sport Garage Podcast. We're excited to be here again. This week we're going to be talking about the Ferrari 849 Testarossa.
It's definitely an interesting car, but
It's a beautiful car. It's a successor to the SF90.
this has always confused me from the time it was revealed. It gets the 849 from the 8 cylinders, and the 49 comes from the 4.9 cubic inches per cylinder, which is an interesting way to pick it. I mean, the 458 came from the 4.5 liter V8, but the cubic inches per cylinder is a little weird.
hmm
But
Yeah, you can buy it in two different variants. You can buy it with the base level, and it has the split ducktail wing inspired by the 512S, or you can buy the Assetto Fiorano. It's a more track-focused variant named after Fiorano racetrack just down the road from the Ferrari factory. Rather than a full width wing, they opted for two smaller winglets.
yeah, similar to what Mansory did with the SF90 body kit that they built,
Yeah, it has full carbon fiber doors on the interior and 66 pounds of weight reduction over the previous model.
which isn't much, but when you consider the car weighs 3,000 pounds, that's a decent percentage.
Yeah, I think we should take what we can get. As
Yeah,
long as they can bring the prices or the weight down,
yeah,
that's going to increase speed.
yeah, and performance.
Yeah.
But Ferrari has previously had two Testarossa models, one in the 1950s and a later one in the 1980s. The idea of the Testarossa was always to be futuristic. The idea was not to look like the 80s Testarossa, which I think is why so many people hate the new Testarossa, is because it looks nothing like the old one, but when you look at it, oh, it's supposed to be looking at cars 10 years into the future, then you'll go, oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
And at least it made sense to me after that was explained. So
Yeah, the body is pretty cool. The fins on the front bumper were inspired by the Ferrari 512S.
there's a lot of features that come off the 512S that it shares.
hmm
But once again, it's got that black stripe across the front, and I'm not a huge fan of that. But it's got a 4 liter twin turbo V8, similar to what the SF90 has. I'm not sure if it's the same motor or if they reworked it, but um, it has 1,050 horsepower, so 50 more horsepower than the SF90. But the electric motors make the same power at 220 from the SF90, but it gained its extra 50 horsepower from the reworked engine. So they did a little bit to it. I'm not sure how much they actually changed.
Yeah, we're not really sure what they changed either, but it's a gain of 50 horsepower, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, and a tune can pretty easily gain that.
Yeah.
So I'm I'm not sure what they did exactly, but the front wheels are driven by all electric motors and the rear are driven by the engine. And it only drives when it drives in reverse, it only drives in full electric mode.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a really good hybrid model, and I think they've done a really good job with it. It has a 7.45 kilowatt battery pack,
Yeah.
which will help it go.
And it can drive 15 miles in fully electric mode.
And the interior is pretty interesting. It has a weird shifting plate that you can see on the screen right now. If you're watching on Spotify, we'd encourage you to come over to YouTube and take a look at the shifting plate. It's really interesting.
Or actually, I just got the video function working on Spotify, so you can actually just open up the Spotify app and look at the photo.
Okay.
So,
It has electric door release handles, but also has an emergency door release.
yeah.
I think that's really important considering the problems that people have had um, in some of the other electric vehicles where they've been burned alive because they can't get out.
Yeah. Or when you're in the unfortunate position of being the upside down position.
Yeah.
But it's less expensive. So for price, the coupe starts at $540,000 US. US dollars, and the Spider starts at 586,000. But if you pick the Assetto Fiorano package, it will likely push the price up over $650,000.
And who wouldn't want that? The extra performance, the extra looks.
I mean, it's only like 10 grand a month to finance it.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd pick an SVJ over that. Sounds way better. Um but when you factor in inflation and stuff, it's actually cheaper than the SF90 it was when it first came out.
Yeah, so during the launch, while the internet reacted badly to the launch, Ferrari has said that there has been more interest in the 849 Testarossa than any other model.
Which is really good for the shareholders.
It's good for the shareholders and it's good for the company.
Yeah. But the engine bay has a manual support strut, so you have to manually prop open your hood for your $650,000 car.
Yeah, that's sad.
I know.
Kind of like the rest of us in our cheap cars.
I know. It's almost as bad as the Volkswagen Passat backup camera and the Bugatti Chiron Supersport.
Hmm.
$5 million car and it's got 2 pixels. But
But that's it for the 849 Testarossa.
it's a short one. There's not a ton to actually report on. It's basically a rebodied SF90. It looks pretty sweet though, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It took a minute for it to grow on me though.
Yeah, they've done a few things to it, but I think this is going to be one really nice car. At least that's what people who are interested in it are saying.
Hmm. And it definitely wouldn't be my first pick for a car if I had that price range, but fifth or sixth probably.
Hmm.
But like I said, I'd still pick an SVJ for the same price,
Yeah.
and it'd sound way better. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe and like or leave us a review on Spotify.
Or
Yeah.
ask us any questions that you have.
Yeah, and we're always happy to answer them. So thank you. Have a great day.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.